Hello, my name is Justin Wright. Here with me today is Darcy, who has volunteered to be my client for this semester. And today we're going to be going over a few different questions to get you prepared for your different sessions. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good, thanks. So the first question I'm going to start off with is, what interested you about the opportunity of being my client?
Well, one, it's nice to have like a set program and somebody who actually knows what they're doing.
Yeah, of course.
Compared to just throwing together a random workout and it not accomplishing anything.
Yeah. So I know you kind of covered this already, but how important would you say is it to have someone that is able to do that for you and structure a program?
I'd say it's fairly important. I mean, without structure, you're not going to gain anything from it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just going to possibly most likely be wasting your time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's very easy to say fall off when you don't have a structured set that you're going through. So what would all your goals be? You can name off like your primary goal and whatever other goals that are fitness related that you may have.
Well, primarily it's just hitting the gym at least 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, it would be nice just to be able to keep up the program.
Yeah.
Of working out, and then in turn feeling good.
Yeah, of course. So a little more in depth from that. What do you hope to get out of doing that workout? Like what are the goals based behind that increased activity?
Feeling good, energy levels, better sleeps. I find it helps with brain activity, so school, and also the fact that it would be nice to hone down my muscle.
Yeah.
And get rid of some of the fat.
Yeah. Yeah, fat loss, a little bit of toning. I get you. So, how active would you say you are currently? You can go into depth about this, or even on a scale from, say, 1 to 10.
Say like a 9.
Yeah.
I climb 3 times a week. I go to judo twice a week, and then I'm trying to hit the gym either 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah, that's good. So, why would you say this is a difference from what you were before? Like, why are you so active now? What made this sort of spark, I guess?
Well, one, I love activity, so most of the stuff I do is just easy to do.
Yeah.
It's not like a natural workout, it's something I enjoy.
Yeah, of course.
Like an activity or a hobby more than working out. And then also, I have way too much energy, so sitting in classes, I'll get jittery because I need to work off some of it, so it's a nice release.
Yeah, it's a great source of energy. So, what do you currently do for work?
I work as a lifeguard and swim instructor up at the Canada Games pool.
Okay, that's very nice. So with that job, is there lots of moving around? Or are you fairly stationary for that job? Like, what do you do?
Well, when you're on deck, if you're guarding, you're walking up and down the pool deck for the 20 minutes to an hour, depending on how crazy the day is.
Yeah.
If you're teaching lessons, you're continuously moving around the pool because kids have short attention spans, so you have to accommodate that. And if you're not guarding, you're cleaning up. So usually you're doing some form of cleaning or a bulkhead move, moving tables and chairs for birthday parties.
Yeah.
It's fairly active.
Yeah, it sounds like a fairly active job, and that's awesome when you're trying to hammer out fitness goals, especially weight loss goals, because when you're doing that, of course, it's going to boost your metabolic rate and the amount of calories your body's burning, and it's going to make things definitely a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do for fun, or what do you do on the days that you're not working?
Days I'm not working, it's most likely going to be school.
Yeah.
Schoolwork. I've been going to the climbing gym a lot.
Yeah.
And if I'm not doing that, I'll be at judo.
Yeah.
So it's usually that. Sometimes, if it's early enough in the day, I'll go hang with my friends and we'll take their dogs for a walk.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, it's usually taking up with school.
Okay. So, was there a time that you were more active than you are now, or would you say you're more active now than you were before?
Definitely more now than I was before.
Yeah. So why do you think that changed? I know, again, we kind of covered this earlier, but like, just why did you increase that activity level?
Feels better.
Yeah.
I had way too much energy and I needed to burn some of it off at the same time as I wanted more productive energy.
Yeah.
So the energy I had was more of like a restlessness, whereas the energy I have after being at a gym or something, it's more of something I can use to keep me awake or to do schoolwork. It's more motivation, I guess.
Yeah, of course. There's lots of benefits to it. Have you, so earlier on, have you tried getting more active than you were currently? Like, say, at a point where you maybe were less active?
Yeah, I used to go to the gym 4 or 5 days a week, and it was the once a day for like an hour and a half to 2 hours, but it was definitely not nearly as much activity as I'm doing now.
Yeah, and when you tried doing that, were you able to keep it up, or did you find you faltered a little bit?
I was able to keep it up as long as I had a gym buddy.
Yeah.
I found when I was going by myself, there was reasons not to go sometimes, like homework or just relaxing or.
Okay, so
Such
kind of finding like internal excuses sometimes, almost not to, and you find it's more comfortable to go with someone and more enjoyable, right?
Exactly. Even if you're not talking, even if it's just switching up between equipment,
Yeah.
it's still somebody there to motivate you.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think is your biggest obstacle or struggle that is preventing you from reaching your current goals?
Food.
Food? So
Food.
the nutrition base?
Yeah, I like food too much.
Yeah.
I like my sweets.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
carbs.
Yeah.
So pizza and croissants and anything bread, pretty much.
So how do you think, like, what are some ideas you think you could do to help overcome that obstacle or find ways around it or through it?
The best way I find is having somewhat healthy snacks with me. So usually fruits work the best for me because there's a little bit of sugar or sweetness in them compared to like just taking vegetables, which are kind of bland,
Right.
in my opinion. So
And to help curb cravings with your sugar.
exactly. So I usually like having like raspberries or apples or something like that.
So what is your knowledge of fitness like? How do you believe that it benefits you?
It benefits you in more than one way, I would say. Physically, emotionally, mentally. Like, physically, you're able to do more, and you can have a longer lifespan if you're more active, to a point, I guess. As well as mentally, your emotions are more stable if you're working out, because you're burning off all the extra stuff that you don't need.
Yeah.
And you're getting stuff out of your system, as well as releasing endorphins. And I forgot what the other one I said was. But yeah, it just makes you feel good.
Okay. So do you have any concerns about physical activity? Anything that maybe may turn your head a little bit away from or you may be uncomfortable with? Or do you have any past or present injuries that you may be a little worried about with some workouts that we could possibly do?
My knees suck.
Yeah.
And my back's really bad, so doing workouts, I have to be careful with my back and my knees.
Right.
Doing lunges is almost impossible because the next day they're super sore and swollen.
Yeah.
Or doing deadlifts, I have to be super careful to do it properly, otherwise I throw out my back.
Right.
So it's being very careful when I do those ones,
Yeah.
even though they hurt sometimes. I have to do them just to strengthen those areas.
Okay. And what do you think the cause of the knee? Like, was there an injury that caused that?
Skiing.
Skiing?
Yeah, I fall a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a very unbalanced person. So skiing, hitting like snowbanks or like moguls or something,
Yeah.
I just kind of collapse.
Okay.
Mhm.
And was there a tear or anything that happened, or was it just repetitive injuries?
Just falling a lot.
Yeah.
Especially as a kid when you're growing up. I don't know if it's everybody. I found if I like fall too much a certain way, it just kind of eventually just aches all the time.
Okay. When do you think you will be ready to make that change? Like, when do you think you... I guess you are fairly active at the moment,
Mhm.
but when do you think you'll be ready to make the little changes that we need in order to push you even further? Like,
Honestly, anytime.
yeah?
I'm always willing to start new stuff and try it.
Okay,
It's always worth a shot. I mean, if it doesn't work, all you have to do is stop.
Yeah.
So,
exactly. So you're prepared to start right away.
mhm.
Okay. So again, kind of the same sort of question, but how motivated are you to reach your goals? 1 to
Very-
10.
Yeah, I would say like a 9-10 area.
Yeah, so right up there, you're ready to hammer out these goals and do whatever it takes.
Yeah, especially now that I have the time, somewhat of the time, I guess, and the ability to do it.
Okay, so yeah, that kind of answers the second part of my question about why it's higher than it was before. But you just mentioned that time is a little bit of a factor
Yeah.
that concludes in there.
Yeah, because I used to go to school and then go to work right after,
Yeah.
and then by the time you're done, that you're just exhausted.
Yeah, of course.
And then weekends were spent homework, so now I don't work during the week.
Yeah.
So I got all that time.
Okay. So, would you like to have an idea of your fitness level through assessments?
Yes.
Yes?
Mhm.
And to expand on that a little bit, so what interests, like what area would you be interested in learning about? Like, would you like to find out, say, about your strength a little bit more, or endurance, or what would you like to find a little bit more about yourself?
Cardio, I guess,
Yeah.
and strength.
Yeah.
Because I know I can do certain things, but if I don't know how to do something properly, I just don't try it because I don't want to hurt myself. So I don't
Okay.
actually know what I fully can do.
Yeah. So it's sort of the uncomfortability sort of thing, and just need the knowledge of what you're able to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perfect. And that actually comes to the conclusion of our interview. So thank you for joining me. And
You're welcome.